And we're now live on YouTube as well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mega Man Monday. May 11th is the day. And I'm realizing I had an idea a while ago that I would say the name, I would say the date at the top of the stream. And just so I could keep track of it in case I don't get to editing it or anything like that until like weeks and weeks later. I would know what the day is. So I'm glad I did that. It helps to keep me on track, I should say. And how's everybody doing? How was your weekend? Sorry. It's kind of hard to be on Twitter with some of the people that I follow and not hear about this silly quartering nonsense. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't want to. I honestly just find it kind of stupid and a little cringe, but that's the internet for you sometimes. But no, really, how is everybody doing? What games have you been playing this weekend? Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm always interested to find out what you guys are playing. Have you played Mixtape at all? This 3-hour game that some people are calling an industry plant, which is kind of, I mean, you can make a case for it. It's published by Annapurna Interactive, which is led by Megan Ellison, daughter of Larry. Is it Larry Ellison? The Oracle billionaire dude? And his son is also running... Is it Paramount? I don't know. Been finishing up tomorrow's podcast episode. Hello, Loki. Well, tell the folks at home, what's the next episode on? I'm actually kind of curious for myself, too, so... For anybody that isn't aware, Loki here is one half of the internet's worst gaming podcast, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's a lot of fun. You guys are going to be talking about, it's about Star Fox, Anita, and Stranger Than Heaven. Stranger Than Heaven? What's that? I do not know. Stranger Than Heaven. What is this? Developed by the RGG Studio. Next game from the people who made Yakuza. So it's not out yet? I know nothing about it. So I will definitely be tuning in so I can learn more about it. Because you guys present things quite fairly, and I always appreciate that. There's no slant. Which is one of the reasons I really do appreciate your show. So, you played Mixtape and all? Because you usually play a little bit of everything. That game is getting an outsized share of attention, and most of it is now kind of negative attention. And I think it has to do with the game kind of misrepresenting itself. How many indie game developers that you know send out kits with like a whole bunch of swag in them? Not many that I'm aware of. Because what did they send? Mixtapes. Swag sent to... What did they all get? Kind of curious. So... a functioning CD player? With headphones, with an estimated cost of around $200. That can't be true. No. I find that hard to believe. Hang on a second. I have to look this up. If it had got middling scores, no one would care. Yeah. Yep. But instead, it got a 10 out of 10 from IGN and VGC, and what was it, a 9 or 10 out of from Insider Gaming? Kind of ridiculous. Themed and No, that's not right. Don't mind me. I'm just doing a little bit of searching. Still got a couple minutes before we start. So Beethoven and dinosaur was... Yeah, I knew that part. Well, a lot of people sacrifice their cred for this game, but that's nothing new. They'll just move on to the next thing, get a bunch of free shit and access, like they usually do. And the usual suspects on social media are glazing the game, like the astroturfed ham that it is. I saw it somewhere, but yeah, they got a bunch of promotional material, physical items, gifts, and stuff like that, but I have to look up what exactly they received. But yeah, CD player. I mean, first of all, like, those aren't easy to find even anymore. Either way, from what I saw of the game and the fact that you can basically just put the controller down and the game plays itself, must be a journalist's dream. Maybe that's why they gave it a 10 out of 10. It's like, oh, a game I can actually play with my gaming skill level. Who did the review for IGN anyway? Was it Dean Takahashi? The guy that couldn't even beat the Cuphead tutorial? My God. This guy calls himself a game reviewer. That is pathetic. But I saw like clips of the kissing mini game, and I was just like, ew. I don't want to see that. And the first thing I thought of, and I mentioned this to you, Loki. The first thing that I thought of was a game that I played a little while ago called Carrion, where you play this growing monster, and it kind of looks like one of the tongues in Mixtape. Can't not see it. But I have no intention of playing that game, because unless someone says, hey, I want you to play this game because I want to see your reaction to it, I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole. And I don't recommend anybody does. At least until the hype cycle dies down. When all of the checks clear for all of the people that, alleged checks clear for all the people that glazed the game, then, yeah, maybe then you could check it out. You should check it out. But till then, you can't trust the hype. Literally can't stream it because of the music. I'd shut that music off. I'd shut it off because it also, I wonder how the game would play actually without the music. How much of the heavy lifting the music has to do for the emotional beats in the game. I'm curious about that. But yeah, no, I'd easily shut that off right away. Anyway, it is 8:01. Let's get cracking. Actually, isn't one of the bosses called Kraken in X4? Can't remember. Not live on YouTube, by the way. What? What you talking about? Yeah, I am. Says I'm live. Hold on a moment. What a guan? What's going on here? Mega Man 04 Part 3 says live. A second. Let me check from another device. And let's go to YouTube / No, I don't want to open the app. Just want to do it through browser. Hello, Lord Beerus. Greetings. I'm just investigating an issue because Loki says I'm not live. But I disagree. But sure enough, I'm not showing up live. What is the deal? I do the same. I've got this. Oh, I know why. You know why? There we go. Should show up now. I had it as unlisted because I'm a fool. Hopefully. Okay, now it's showing live. There we go. Thanks, Loki. You were correct. I was not. And Cactus is here. Hey, Cactus, what's going on? He's on 4. Yes, I've been on 4. This is the second full stream that I've been on 4 for. Do we need Judge Wapner? No. Boom, boom. No. Another 90s reference for all the mixtape fans out there. I wonder how many actual fans there are of that game and how many were just sort of paid to be. Anywho. Yes, we're on 0-4 now. Who did I take out? I took out Coca Petri, the Mino Magnus, and the Wolf Dude. So 3 down, 5 to go. 5 of the regular bosses to go. Plus, what's his nuts? Kraft? Is this showing up all right? Yeah. I'm sure I'm going to have to fight Commander Kraft at some point. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Meld, you're killing me. Every single time. Sorry, folks. This is locked, too. Why is this fucking happening? For some reason, Meld just does not like... Mega Man ZX. Just does not like this at all because it always shrinks my screen. That ought to do, hopefully. How's that look? That's still a little... Move it over a bit. That ought to do. Maybe a couple more pixels. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. There we go. At least that was an easy fix. Props for your recent Shadow Armor throwback and short. Yeah. So, part of the reason I did that is I want to catch up on all the editing that I have to do. And part of the reason for that is... that I'm going to be starting a new job in a week. It's a 9 to 5, right? So no issue there with streaming, but I am going to have a lot less time to do editing. I'm not going to be able to get through all the rest of the X6 streams for the Swear Jar series. I know that. I know I won't be able to get through all of them, but I want to try and get through as many. What is this? Stream key is currently assigned. Select a new key. Why can't I just have one stream without any fucking issues? Okay, hang on a second. I need to just fix some things on the YouTube side here. Because I gathered that because I went live... Okay, let me... Let me end this. I'm going to have to end the YouTube side for a moment.